Assalamu alaikum. Today we're starting our first lesson of IGCSE O Levels Pakistan Studies Paper 1 from the History section. We will be covering key question 1, which is how successful were the religious thinkers in spreading Islam in the subcontinent during the 18th and 19th centuries? By the end of this lesson, you will understand the beliefs and work of Shah Waliullah, Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi, and Haji Shariatullah. You will also learn about the Jihad movement and the Faraizi movement, and you will know what to write in 4 mark, 7 mark, and 14 mark questions. So let's start. Shah Waliullah. Shah Waliullah was born in 1703 and he died in 1762. Timeline is very important. When was he born? He was born in 1703 and he died in 1762. What was his belief? He believed that Muslims had moved away from the true teachings of Islam. His main goal was to reform both the religious and social. So his main goal was to reform both the religious beliefs and social system of Muslims. For this, he translated the Quran into Persian so ordinary people could understand. He wrote many books to explain Islamic teachings. He wrote around 51 books. And he also wanted to remove differences between Sunni and Shia Muslims. He basically wanted to unite Muslims, unite different groups of Muslims. He inspired future revival movements. Shah Waliullah also supported Ahmad Shah Abdali. He asked Ahmad Shah Abdali to help Muslims fight the Marathas. This led to the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. How Shah Waliullah was important? He was important as he inspired future thinkers and reformers, and he tried to rebuild Islamic political power. And he wanted to spread Islamic knowledge to ordinary people. So this was all about Shah Waliullah. Next is Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi. Born in 1786 and he died in 1831. He believed that Islamic rule must be re-established through armed struggle, jihad. Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi was a man of action. He was a man of action. He believed that Islamic rule must be re-established through armed struggle, which is called jihad. Hence, he started the jihad movement in 1826 to remove non-Muslim rulers, especially the Sikh Empire. He wanted to remove non-Muslim and also he aimed to re-establish Islamic rule. He gathered a group of followers called the Mujahideen. He set up a base in northwest frontier and he fought the Sikhs in various battles. He basically aimed to re-establish Islamic rule. He fought Sikhs in northwest frontier. He set up a base in northwest frontier. However, due to lack of support from tribal leaders and internal divisions and betrayal. The most common reason for failure is the internal divisions and betrayal, the lack of support from tribal leaders. The Muslims were not united. However, he was killed in the Battle of Balakot in 1831. And how was he important? He was the first Muslim leader to use military jihad. Military jihad in this period. He was the first Muslim leader to use military jihad, and he inspired future Islamic resistance. And he inspired future Islamic resistance movement. And he inspired future Islamic resistance movements. This was all about Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi. He was born in 1786 and he died in 1831. He started the jihad movement to remove non-Muslim leaders, rulers, and his main aim was to re-establish Islamic rule. However, due to lack of support, he was killed at Balakot, at the Battle of Balakot in 1831. So now let's move on. Now let's discuss Haji Shariatullah, born in 1781 and died in 1840. He started the Faraizi movement. The word Faraiz means compulsory duties in Islam. Compulsory duties in Islam. He taught people to follow only true Islamic practices and avoid Hindu customs and innovations. Hindu customs and innovations. For this, he made people strictly follow the fard. Fard means compulsory duties, which can be prayer, zakat, fasting, and many more. And he removed un-Islamic rituals and superstitions. He wanted Muslims to follow the fard and to avoid un-Islamic practices. He also helped Muslims stay united under Islam, especially in rural Bengal. How is he important? How is Haji Shariatullah important? He protected the Muslim identity under British and Hindu influence, and he also focused on religious and social reform, not political jihad, religious and social reform. His son Mohsinuddin continued the movement after him. So let's revise. Haji Shariatullah was born in 1781 and he died in 1840. He started Faraizi movement. He wanted Muslims to avoid Hindu customs or innovations and to follow only true Islamic practices. For this, he made people strictly follow the fard, compulsory duties, and removed un-Islamic rituals and superstitions. And also he helped Muslims stay united under Islam, especially in rural Bengal. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay. Overall, the religious thinkers made great efforts to revive Islam. They reconnected Muslims to Islamic teachings. They protected faith during the Mughal decline and foreign rule. And also they inspired later leaders of the Pakistan movement. However, political goals failed. There was lack of unity and support, and there was no long-lasting Islamic state created. No long-lasting Islamic state was created. Okay, let's now look at how to answer questions from this topic. 4-mark question. Give 4 factual points. Give 4 simple factual points and you will gain 4 marks. And what about 7-mark question? For 7 marks, write 2 explained paragraphs, each with a reason and a result. Each paragraph with a reason and a result. And in 14-mark question, you have to write a full essay. A full essay. Full essay in paragraph 1, Shah Waliullah, if the question is random. As we are focusing on the question, how successful were the religious thinkers in spreading Islam in the subcontinent during the 18th and 19th centuries? It's your choice on which religious thinker you will write your first paragraph. However, if the question says, was Shah Waliullah the most important religious thinker in spreading Islam in the subcontinent during the 18th and 19th centuries? Explain and give reasons for your answer. Then it is must that in first paragraph you write about Shah Waliullah. You have to write about Shah Waliullah. No introduction needed. So, in paragraph 1, Shah Waliullah. Paragraph 2, Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi plus his work, his belief, his importance for all three same. And in paragraph 3, Haji Shariatullah. Paragraph 4. In paragraph 4, you will write about the successes and failures. And in the end, you will write the conclusion, your judgment, how successful were they. Use dates, names, movements like Jihad movement, Faraizi movement, and their impact. So that's the end of today's lesson on key question 1. I hope you now understand the roles of Shah Waliullah, Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi, and Haji Shariatullah clearly, and how to write exam answers. Jazakallah khair.